Hey guys, so Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order came out yesterday and God, it has consumed a significant portion of my life already. First of all, I want to say if anyone comes to my channel just for archery stuff, I'm still doing the archery stuff. It's just I've been swamped with a lot of other things, but you should absolutely follow Mandarin Duck here and on Facebook. I will link it down below. They are the best archery company out there today. I don't care if you say I'm biased. They're great. That's why I work with them. That's why I'm so proud to work with them. So yeah, if you're only here for archery stuff, links will be down below. They are fantastic, absolutely worth following. Now, Star Wars. I have been in a mixed relationship with Star Wars for the last few years. This new soft reboot has destroyed it for me, in all honesty. I absolutely hate this new generation of films that we have. It has destroyed it completely, and I have written about this on my blog, which yes, I will also leave that down below as well. Look at me doing all these links. Yeah, it's like I'm growing. But this new Star Wars game was one that actually worried me. And it wasn't because of the new films. I'm happy to ignore that they exist just completely. But it's because it comes from EA, or at least it has the EA stamp. And anyone who knows anything about gaming news, especially, in the last decade or so, EA have been awful. Star Wars, Battlefront, they're great nostalgic games, but the first one had no single player campaign, and the first one, they kept most of the game hidden behind paid DLC. You ended up having to pay like £120 if you wanted the full game off the shelf, which is unacceptable. So I was very, very worried about what we would be getting. Then I found out that Respawn has done most of the heavy lifting, and EA kind of just let them do it and gave them some money to do it. So I was a lot happier, because Titanfall 2 is one of my favourite first-person shooters of the last few years. Probably, I'd say ever. Respawn are a great company. They do great things. So with that in mind, I did something I said I wasn't going to do, and I did pre-order it. So, I finish work Thursday night. I come home. I start playing it. And it's fantastic. It is fantastic. Now, I keep comparing this to the last great Star Wars game that I think there was, which is The Force Unleashed. It's a very, very different game to that, and I'm going to get into why in just a moment. Don't worry, there's no spoilers. At least not any spoilers that you won't get after the first 5-10 minutes of playing the game. But yeah, it is a great game. And I was really impressed with the level of customization that you actually get in this game. It is phenomenal. The graphics are, I don't want to say beautiful, because some of the places are run down, dreary and everything else, but they are still pretty graphics. They're well done. It's not like it's horrible to look at. It's just the environment that you're in isn't a sandy beach, but it's still amazing graphics and a great interface. And the level of customization, going back to this, is something pretty damn special. Now, in games like The Force Unleashed, you could change the color of the lightsaber, which was fun, but it was still the same lightsaber. But with this, you can change the individual components. It is fully customizable, and it is a fantastic thing that they've included in this. So is changing the skins on the ship. It's not even your ship, but you can just change how it looks. It's phenomenal. I do have to say this though. When it comes to changing the actual clothing of the character you play, of Cal, there's not that much that's really that inspiring. Again, driving it back to The Force Unleashed, they had some amazing costumes, and the outfits that you could get were so diverse and so brilliant. And when you compare that particular aspect to this game, which, okay, I've not even got halfway through it. But so far, everything I've found is the same clothes, it's just slightly different colours. Many ponchos. I'm not really a poncho guy, but if you like ponchos, there are many. But honestly, going through all this clothing, it makes me think maybe they should have looked at Logan garments. Oh, look at that. I'm wearing a Logan hoodie as well. It's almost like I planned this. So, the sponsor of today's video is Logan Garments. They are a fantastic clothing brand for sports and casual. Now, this is one of my favourite hoodies, hands down. I don't just throw my name in with anything, with anyone. They actually have to be worth their weight. And testing their products, going through the range that they have, yeah, they are absolutely worth the money. They do a lot of sportswear, so it doesn't matter if you're wall climber, rock climber, archer, runner, bodybuilder. They've got something that would be perfect for you at the gym or doing what it is that you love to do. Or if you're slightly more casual and, dare I say it, lazy like me, they've got a lot of really, really cool casual stuff. So a lot of fantastic t-shirts, a lot of really cool jumpers, and great hoodies. I genuinely love this hoodie. I will link them down below as well. They are absolutely worth your time, absolutely worth the money. So, back to the video. As I've said, I keep comparing this to the Force Unleashed, which is a very different style of gameplay. In that game, you are Starkiller. You are a bona fide badass. You are the apprentice of Darth Vader until he kicks you to the curb, in which case you kick his robotic butt everywhere, or you go after the Emperor. Multiple endings. It's fantastic. But that's not this game. See, this game, I've heard it in the pre-release interviews being likened to Dark Souls. Now, I'm a massive Dark Souls fan and pretty big Bloodborne fan as well. So I kind of see this kind of stretch that people want to go to. I understand where that's coming from, but I don't think it's entirely accurate. But certainly the difficulty does tie in fantastically with the story. So if something kills you, you'll lose your XP, you'll lose whatever points you've got at that moment. But if you go back to whatever killed you and whack it with your lightsaber, you'll get everything back. Whereas in Bloodborne and Dark Souls, it's not that easy. It's just not that easy. Anyway, the gameplay of this game tied into your character Cal. Cal is not the apprentice of Darth Vader. He is not a bona fide badass. He is not a Jedi master or a Sith master or this cosmic butt-kicking machine. He was a beginner. He was a noob. He was a Padawan. And then Order 66 happened and he went on the run. And that's where you are. You've not finished your training. You haven't got Force Lightning. When you start the game, you can't even Force Push. You are basic. And that's where a lot of the challenge comes from this game. I mean, your lightsaber skills, even they aren't that fantastic because, again, you've been in hiding and you didn't become a Jedi Knight or Master or anything. You were a trainee. And then you went into hiding. And it reflects in how you fight. And it reflects in the difficulty of the enemies that attack you. You can't go in guns blazing or lightsaber blazing and just take everything on without a care in the world. You actually have to put some thought into it, because if you do go into the middle of an enemy nest with loads of stormtroopers around you, they'll kill you. That will happen. They will kill you. They will all come in at you at once. It's not like an old school kung fu film where one person comes in and then another. No. They all dogpile on top of you. It's rude, and I've died many times because of that, and falling off the cliffs. Maybe it is more like Dark Souls than I think. Anyway, it's something that I really enjoy. I really enjoy that new aspect of it, because even in, not just in Force Unleashed, the Force Unleashed, but in other Star Wars games, you're always given this edge where you can take out hordes of enemies without really paying much attention. But here, if you don't pay attention and you're surrounded, well, you're effed. That's it. You're done. And it's a really, really good gameplay mechanic. It ties in with the story. It makes you relate more to Cal. It makes you part of the story. And I really love games that do that. I mean, I love Dark Souls, but even now when I play Dark Souls, I've probably got something else on in the background and I'm just going around aimlessly. But here I actually have to pay attention when I come into contact with enemies. I mean, hell, I was on Dathomir and a damn spider killed me. Not just once, not just twice, not just, I'm not going to put a number to the amount of times this one little spider killed me. But it happened more than I'd like to admit. It's kind of embarrassing, but I wasn't paying attention. And I went into it thinking I can beat this enemy like I beat the other one. And it's just not how it works. It is a fantastic combat system. Now, I'm not even halfway through, so I can't tell you how fantastic the story gets, but what I can tell you is that so far, I am really engaged. And considering that the films we've had recently have destroyed Star Wars for me so badly that I wanted nothing more to do with it, that really speaks a lot. It screams volumes of the level that this game and that what Respawn actually put into this game. So, is it worth full price? Absolutely. If you're a casual Star Wars fan, I think you're going to like it. If you like games that have a bit of difficulty, yeah, you're going to like it. And if you're struggling with the difficulty, well, you can drop that too. But honestly, it's part of the game. You're not meant to be a cosmic badass. You're meant to be a beginner who never finished his training and had to go on the run. And it fits so perfectly. This is easily, for me, one of the best games of the year. And it's not something that I say lightly, but it is something that I have enjoyed immensely. I got home yesterday around 7:30. I started playing till about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Got 3 hours sleep, woke up, put the game on again until I had to go to work. That's how much I really, really enjoy playing this game. So I thoroughly recommend it for everyone out there. So thank you again for watching my video. Again, if you are here just for the archery content, follow Mandarin Duck. I will leave the Cocoscope, the YouTube, the Facebook, the Instagram, all of the social medias for Mandarin Duck down below, because they really are one of the best archery companies out there. I am so proud to be working with them. And I will also leave a link to Logan Garments down below, because again, they're really, really good clothes. It's not a statement I make willy-nilly. I bought a ton of their stuff and I really like it. I will also leave my social medias down below. At least my Instagram, my Twitter gets a bit political, and well, not everyone likes that. But I will also leave a link to my vocal page in case you ever want to read one of my blogs. They're not always media related. Sometimes it's about mental health. Sometimes it's about autism. I'm a very well-rounded, almost human being. See, I'm growing. Thank you again so much for watching. Take care and I'll see you next time.